Marv and Shanon Harwood of Kimmapii School of Shamanism are two of our visionary leaders who will be speaking at the Metamorphosis Summit. Marv and Shanon both started their spiritual training at a very young age, and both have been actively practicing, teaching, and healing in the shamanic tradition for over 30 years. Their training includes working many years with their Blackfoot elders in the Plains Native tradition, as well as working closely with the Q'ero elders in Peru. Marv and Shanon are the founders of the Kimmapii School of Shamanism, where they have trained thousands of people in shamanism and truly have changed lives. And their students come from all over the world. Kimmapii is from a Blackfoot phrase named by their spiritual elders, Joe and Josephine Crowshoe of the Piikani Nation in southern Alberta. In giving the name, the Crowshoes instructed the Harwoods to help bridge the gap between people. You teach 3 streams of shamanism: animistic, energetic, and destinistic. And it is the destinistic stream that you are focusing on at the Metamorphosis Summit. You will be presenting your groundbreaking program, It Depends on Who's Looking, the Archetype Project. Would you like to briefly explain the 3 streams and highlight what people can learn from working with the destinistic?
Sure, that's no problem, Deanna. The 3 streams, as you mentioned, are, first of all, energetic, secondly, animistic, and thirdly, destinistic. The energetic shamanism is what many people are used to, whereby you work with an individual's luminous energy field to help heal damage in the field and the damage that flows from it and the impediments that get into their life. In the animistic stream, this is more in alignment with Aboriginal people's training. The animistic stream, we use birds, animals, and plants to provide lessons, to provide healing, to provide mechanisms by which we can overcome issues that are not working in our lives. It's a softer type of shamanism than the energetic style. But finally, when you reach the destinistic, as the name suggests, the word comes from destiny. In other words, what is our destiny and how can we work with it to work hand in hand with spirit to mold and create the destiny that we would like. So in a few words, there's a summary of those 3 streams.
Thank you so much. I think that will be so interesting for people to explore. Also, I wanted to ask, what is one thing that people will learn from your presentation at the Metamorphosis Summit?
I think the most important thing that they're going to walk away with is a real understanding of what an archetype is. And way more importantly, they'll have a glimpse at even personally what their relationship with the archetypes might look like. And therefore, which areas of their life might they improve by enhancing a relationship with one of the archetypes? Out of everything that they might walk away with, I would think that that will have the biggest impact on their lives.
I'm sure it will, Shanon. I'm very excited to hear about that. And what is one important thing that people can do to help themselves on their journey to greater self-awareness?
I would think that that as human beings, our tendency to project onto others, onto situations, onto circumstances in our lives, that's our biggest impediment. We do it almost automatically. We assume that the problem is always out there as opposed to in here, inside of ourselves. And with the working with an archetype, that whole viewpoint, that whole perspective takes a shift, because we understand that it really truly is all about us and our relationship with the archetypes. And if we want our lives to improve, we have to stop projecting and start owning all that stuff. And it's really doable once we understand all we need to do is shift the relationship with an archetype that's getting in our way.
That's wonderful. I think people will be very excited to hear about that and to learn more. And would you like to tell our audience what you do and why they should come listen to your presentation at the Metamorphosis Summit?
A very direct answer to that, Deanna, is if they want to improve their lives, come and learn a very new, very groundbreaking way of doing it. The Archetype Project, with which you're, of course, quite familiar, is a piece of work that's over 20 years in its genesis and making. And the piece that we're going to be presenting is a very short look at the workshop that we created and put on in Hawaii this past winter. It's a 3-day intensive hands-on workshop in the classroom, followed by 3 webinars that were spaced out over approximately 3 months after the workshop, to ensure that people not only got the concepts, but they learned some further tools to become very proficient at working on what isn't functioning well in their lives or what things they'd like to change.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. And I'm sure that everyone's going to enjoy your presentation at the Metamorphosis Summit in Calgary in October 2018. Thank you so much.